Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here with Vision Marketing and Design, and today we are live inside of our team training where we are live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So today what I'm going to show you how to do is auto update your opportunities pipeline inside of GoHighLevel. Okay, so the opportunities pipeline is such a valuable asset inside of GoHighLevel and when you are marketing your business because you can actually track the progress of your sales for yourself and your team. You can also track projects. Okay. Now, I like to use, since we are software resellers, I like to use opportunity pipelines to track all of the different software and all of the stages that each of the members are in. That's really valuable because if they've opted in for a free plan, you definitely want to keep track of those people because then maybe encourage them to upgrade, right? So we have on the dashboard here, and you'll see on the left-hand side, you just click dashboard, and you'll see that once you set up your opportunities, you will see them on your dashboard here. So we have the opportunities that are closed, open, and lost. We have the pipeline value, and then we have the conversion rate as well. You can also sort through your opportunities, for example, this one here, and even the stages inside. Excuse me. So to create the opportunities pipeline, what you need to do is click on opportunities, and you're going to go to pipelines, and you're going to click here to create new. Now, for example, I would put for L Messenger, we have two plans. So I would say the free plan, and then I would add a stage by clicking the plus sign there, and then I would say the premium plan. Okay. Now you can choose to have the visual funnel chart on that dashboard that I just showed you, or the pie chart. You can toggle those on or off depending on, whatever your purpose is. And then of course you want to save. Now I've already created these pipelines for each of our tools. And you can see, for example, Elm Optimizer, we have 3 different plans. So we have free, pro, and legacy. And this is going to be really helpful so that we can actually just look at the pipeline and see all of the members, right? So I'm going to click on opportunities, and you'll see here we can choose the select day and time if we're going to sort our pipeline that way. We can also choose sending or descending when we're viewing it. We can also choose which pipeline we want to check out. For example, if I was choosing Elm Optimizer, I could choose that, and then you'll see all of the different stages of the Elm Optimizer pipeline. We can also choose all of the different, basically the owner, right? Or if you had assigned users to this pipeline, it would show there and you could sort that. And then also the campaign. Okay, so we'll just say all. And then you can also sort by are they open or won, lost, or abandoned. Okay, and then you could also create a new opportunity manually by clicking that button there. Of course, you can download, and then you have the option to sort here. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to actually just automate this process. We want to fill up this opportunities pipeline, but we don't want to have to actually come in here and have to create the cards every time someone signs up and all of that stuff, right? And then if they upgrade to, for example, the legacy plan from the free plan, we don't want to have to come in here and then move the card and then update everything, right? So the best thing to do is to create the automations. Now there are 2 parts to this, right? So we have when they create an account, so we're going to add them to the pipeline, and then when they cancel the account, we're going to remove them from the pipeline. So let's say that in this example, I'll choose Elm Link. And if you see here, when they create the free account, we have the create an opportunity stage here. Okay, now to add this to your pipeline, you can just click the plus sign there, and then you can search down where it says opportunities. Let me find it here. Opportunities. It's in here. So create update opportunity. Okay. Now when you click that, you're going to have these options here. So you can rename it here. And then you can choose the pipeline that you want to put this in. Okay. Now remember, if they're signing up for a free account and they fill in that opt-in form for Elm Link, we want to add them to the Elm Link pipeline. But in this workflow, it is the free stage, right? So we're going to choose from the stages in the pipeline that we created, which stage do we want them to be in. So it's going to be the free plan. Now here we can actually give our opportunity a name. Now I like to choose the name of the person. So you can of course type something manually in here, or if you click this little label here, you can choose any of the custom values that you have built in your account. So if I wanted to choose the contact's full name, I can just choose that, and then it will pre-fill in that custom value. So now that it's dynamic, and whatever the contact name is that they have opted in for the free plan, it's going to pre-fill in that name on the opportunity card. You also have the opportunity source. You could type something in here. I could type in free Elm Link account, or I could choose from the custom values. You can go to contact, and then you can also click here for contact source. Okay. And then that will tell you where that opportunity came in. Now, if this is like a one-time project, you can add the lead value here. Also, you could, if you're using custom values, you could pre-fill in this here. But when you have tools, it's a reoccurring value. So I don't put anything here. Okay. And then also this is a free plan. So if we're choosing the status of this opportunity, it's going to be open because they've not paid us anything, right? So we're going to leave this as open. Now here you have the ability to allow opportunity to move to any previous stage in the pipeline. If this was like the onboarding pipeline, I definitely don't want them to have the ability to move to a previous stage because we're moving them through the process. Okay, so I would want to toggle that off. But for something like software, it's great to have that option because they may be on the free plan and then upgrade to another plan. Or what if they're on the legacy plan and then they downgrade to the pro plan? This will allow that to happen. Okay, to move between the different stages back and forth. Okay. So we're going to toggle that on. And we definitely don't want to have the same user have multiple opportunities in the same pipeline because that wouldn't make much sense for our purpose, right? But it is nice to know that you do have that ability if you do have a reason for that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Save Action. Now, the next thing that you need to make sure to do is allow multiple attempts, okay? So this allows a contact to enter the workflow more than once. This will allow someone, if maybe they are on the legacy plan and they decide to cancel and then they want to sign up again on the free plan, this will allow them to do that. If you don't have this toggled on, then it will not allow that to happen. Okay, so it won't trigger your workflow at all. It'll just it'll be an error. Okay, so once that is set, that is for the free plan. Okay, so now let's go to Elm Link Pro, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So now here we want to create the opportunity because remember, they've opted into the pipeline and they they decided to purchase the pro plan. Okay, so we want to create our opportunity and we want to choose the pipeline that we want them to be in. And remember, this is Elm Link, so we're going to choose the Elm Link there, and this is the pro plan, so we want to make sure to choose the correct stage in our pipeline. We're just going to pre-fill in with the contact name and source here. Again, we're not going to add the lead value, but it is one. This one is one because to subscribe to the pro plan, they need to have paid us something. And so we're going to say one, and then also allow opportunity to move between the stages. Okay. And then of course, again, you want to go to settings and make sure that that is toggled on. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Now there is one more because for every plan, we need to make sure that we are adding that opportunity because we need to tell the system what to do. If someone comes in and they purchase the Elm Link Legacy plan, we need to add them to the opportunity. We need to tell the system that every single plan, we need to say, hey, this plan and this workflow, we want to add to this pipeline. Okay, so in this example, again, it's going to be the Elm Link pipeline. If this was Elm Optimizer, then we would be choosing the Elm Optimizer pipeline. But since this is Elm Link Legacy plan, it's going to go into the Elm Link pipeline. We're going to choose the legacy plan here. Again, we're going to pre-fill in the opportunity name and source. It is going to be one because they paid us something. We want to toggle this on for allow the opportunity to move between the stages. And of course, we're going to save and then go back to the settings and then make sure this is toggled on. Okay, so that's the process for making sure that when someone signs up for ElmLink, no matter what plan, it's going to move them to the appropriate stage in that pipeline. Okay, now what happens when someone cancels an ElmLink account? Okay, so if we go now to ElmLink Pro, now remember, we're not worried about the free plan. You know, if someone cancels the free plan, I don't know why they ever would. But we're not really worried about the free plan. We're only concerned about the pro plans. Okay. And if they did upgrade to a pro plan, then that's going to be what the stage that they're in. So again, we're not really concerned about the free plan. Okay. So if we are working with ElmLink, we want to go to ElmLink Pro. That's the next stage up. And then this one, though, we want to remove from the opportunity. Okay. So to do that, you can just click the plus sign there, and then you can actually search remove, and then you'll see remove opportunity, and then you just select whatever pipeline you want to remove them from, and then that will just completely remove the card from that pipeline. Okay. So you see here, that's what we did. We just chose remove opportunity from the ElmLink pipeline. Now, if we go to ElmLink Legacy as well, you'll see we also need to go there and then remove from the ElmLink pipeline. Okay. So now let's see how all of this works. Okay. Let's go to contacts and let's just add a fake contact here. So let's just say tester. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Tester. Stop doing that. Tester. Okay. And let's add an email address. So let's just say info at, and I just want to make sure that it's a clean one. So we'll say info plus tester23 at myvisionagency.com. Now, I do want to tell you, because I try to remind everyone every time I do this, if you have an email address and you are doing any type of testing, if you put, like, for example, this email address is info at myvisionagency.com, but if you're testing, you can actually put a plus sign and then something else here, and then it will still go to this inbox for info at myvisionagency.com, but it'll look like it's sending to this one. So it's kind of like an alias for this email address so that you can see if you do have emails that are going out that you actually do receive them. Okay, so that's just a little testing hack for you. So now I've created this contact. I'm going to go ahead and save. And now here, and there are multiple ways of testing. Of course, you can actually test in the workflow. But I also wanted to let you know that you can actually go inside the profile here and you can add to campaigns. Okay, so let's say that this person here, we want to add to the ElmLink, or let's just say, since we were working on ElmLink, let's go to the free ElmLink workflow. Okay. And then we're going to say that we want this to start now. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click add. Now I should see an email get popped up here. Let me refresh my screen. Okay. There's the email. I acted too soon. Okay, so that triggered our workflow. Now, if we go into the opportunities pipeline and we go to ElmLink, you'll see that now my tester card is there. Now, what's really cool is I can pull that up. I can see all of the info about this person. You can see we have our tag, all of the automations took place. And if I want to check out this profile, I can click there and then open up the profile again. Okay. So now let's say, let me just X out of this. So let's go back into, actually, let's just go ahead and open this up and go into the profile. And then now, let's say for this person, let's go ahead and add to another workflow. So let's say now this person, ElmLink, let's go to the ElmLink Legacy plan. Okay, so now we're going to add them to that, and then we will make sure that the card changes. So now let's go back to, and again, you see that we sent another email out. And when we go to the opportunities pipeline, you'll see now it has moved to the legacy plan. Okay, so now let's go back in here and let's say that this person has canceled. Okay, so let's go ahead and add them to the canceled ElmLink, which is, let's say, canceled ElmLink Legacy. And let's go ahead and start that workflow right now and add. And if we go to our opportunities pipeline, then you should see that that card is now gone. So we've removed them from the pipeline. Okay. Now remember, we don't actually, once we go into that contact, we don't actually have to, manually move them through all of that. It's all based on tags that we have created that the system works with, right? So yesterday I did a training on using those tags with Stripe and how you can tag the person with the workflow. So if that person is tagged with canceled, it is now part of that workflow, right? So it's just going to remove the opportunity or it's going to create the opportunity based on the action inside that workflow. Okay. Now, there is something else that I did want to show you because you can do some really advanced things with the pipeline. Let me go back here actually. Let's do a test. Let's add them back to another, let's just say Elmatic Legacy. So let's add them there to that workflow. And let's go to opportunities and we'll go to Elmatic. And we should see that card pop up. Okay, all. Okay. Oh, the things that happen when I'm live. Okay. Well, I did want to show you. If you go to, I really wanted to show you this though. Let me see. I'm going to add them manually. Sometimes when I'm doing things and I'm not in my actual account, not everything functions like I want it to. So let's say, let's add to another workflow. Let's go back to the Elm link because I know we just did that. So we'll say Elm link Pro plan. Okay, let's do now an ad. Okay, so now with the email's gone out, let's go to the opportunities pipeline. And now we should see, if we go to Elm link, now we see the card. Okay, so now I want to show you, if you actually left click on this card and try to drag it, you can actually drag it between the different stages. Okay, so that's really, really cool and really user friendly, but you definitely want to decide if this is how you want to utilize your pipelines. I left to work out of the conversations tab, but if this is how you and your team want to utilize this, it is a really cool feature, but you will need to add some more stages to accommodate for the action that you want to take place when the cards are moved from different stages. Okay, so we would want to trigger the automation to the trigger of the automation to be when you moved the opportunity from the pro to the legacy plan. Okay. Now, something else with this is you'll see when I do this to move, you'll see up here it says 1, okay? But if I was to move this card, and you'll see now if I move it and drag it across where it says lost, it'll change that to now where it says lost. And then if I do abandoned, it'll show abandoned. And then if I do 1, it shows 1, okay? So you can also update that here in the status, okay? So this is considered the status. This is considered the stage, and then this is considered the pipeline. Okay, so when you go into your automations now and you want to do those advanced triggers, what you need to do is here start with, go all the way down to the opportunities, and you'll see that you can base that trigger off of when an opportunity status has changed, which means 1, lost or abandoned, or the pipeline stage has changed, which would mean like from ElmLink Pro to ElmLink Legacy. And then you can also choose stale opportunities. So for example, if I wanted to choose in the pipeline Elm Messenger, let's say if they are in the pipeline stage for premium and they for a certain amount of days, I can have that trigger this workflow as well. So there's definitely lots of advanced things that you can do utilizing the opportunities pipeline inside your HighLevel account. So thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you all tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now at bridgetbartlett.com. It's free and open to everyone, so I'll see